Bam! This right here is the Kershaw Launch 20, ladies and gentlemen, and today we're going to be doing a quick overview video going over everything this guy unpacks. Hello there, my name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here, and I just got this thing unboxed. Shout out to Lefty for the opportunity to check this one out. It came in this orange tactical box here, and I actually had to use my pry bar just to get these things open because they're like really in there. I didn't want to bust a fingernail or something, but yeah, that was pretty hardcore. I'm not even sure if that's the legit box for this guy or not, but now that I got the knife out here, let's talk about what we have going on with the Kershaw 20. Well, first of all, I mean, addressing the elephant in the room, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a switchblade, right? AKA an automatic knife. So this one is an out the side automatic knife as compared to an out the front. An out the front knife will come, the blade would actually come out from the handle in the front, right? Hence the name. I promise you, they weren't trying to make it difficult when they named it that way. But an out the side automatic like this one is basically just like any other folder. Take this Porcupine from Bostede. It is also an out the side, but it is a manual folder, right? There's no button here. It does have a button liner lock, but it doesn't automatically deploy on its own. It is a manual open or a manual open, right? If you know what I mean. But yeah, definitely automatic action here with quite the recoil. I mean, look at this thing. Holy crap, we should do a slow motion on this bad boy. Yeah, needless to say, that is a pretty epic, snappy action right there. You do want to check your local laws, right? Whether or not you can carry an automatic knife. That's something to keep in mind. It's interesting because, in a way, I mean, you do have a spring in there, right? Providing the whole, snappy opening action. But it actually has a plunge lock, button lock, right? That's keeping it locked in place. Also keeping it or holding it in place when closed, right? That is this guy right here. I should give you a quick zoom here so you can see what I'm talking about. So same deal as a regular plunge lock, button lock, manual knife, but it's holding the blade open and closed under tension, especially when closed. And of course, locking the blade in place when open. So you get the idea there. Now let's check out this blade here, right? We are looking at, ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful finish, which Kershaw absolutely knows how to do. Some will call this a reverse tanto. I'm going to call it a sheep's foot, right? Fight me in the comments. We do have MagnaCut steel on this one, everyone's favorite premium steel these days, made in the good old US of A. We have this little label right here, which tells you it is an in-house design. And I absolutely love this geometry a ton, guys. Full flat grind, or almost a full flat grind, up until that line right there. And I do love how this thing looks in the light. Definitely has that sort of bell satin finish to it that looks so epic, and I'm absolutely here for it. Now for the handle, right? Check out the handle here for a second. We do have, I want to say, aluminum on the handles. Future me, correct me if I'm wrong. This does not feel like titanium. It feels like aluminum. And we do have carbon fiber inlays on here. So this is like a shredded carbon fiber, which actually looks really good. Matches on the other side. It's interesting how they made it full carbon fiber inlay all the way to the front. And then when you turn the knife, it's like, nah, bro, we don't need to go all the way to the front. Let's cut some corners. Let's make it here, bam, boom. So it's not necessarily symmetrical to the other side, but what's interesting though is you do have a captive pivot on this side. You don't even see the pivot at all. So it's under the scale or inlay, I'm assuming, but you do have the T8 Torx bit on this side. So there's that. We do have the Kershaw D pocket carry clip, and it's actually, guess what? Reversible for my lefties out there. Those are your 2 holes, right? So that gets the job done. And a lanyard solution, very elegantly done right in here. Absolutely dig that. A little bit of a clamshell construction right there in place of standoffs. I dig that as well. I mean, honestly, it's looking pretty good, and it's not, I mean, it's actually pretty lightweight with the aluminum and all. So yeah, ergos on here are going to feel pretty good. I like that the handles are nice and contour all around. I do feel the pocket clip a tad bit, nothing crazy. I'm going to give it a good 9.5 out of 10 in my scientific ergonomic scale. And yeah, very easy to even disengage or close one-handed. So that's not too bad. And if you use both hands, that's fine. But you can push the button and kind of wind it back close with your fingers like that. So that feels good. Now we do have a little bit of jimping on the blade right there. That functions pretty good when cutting. Very utilitarian tip, pokey tip there for draw cuts, utility cuts, pinch grip situation, right? That's gonna feel really good. Money right there.
Money!
And yeah, overall the ergos feel really nice, right? Reverse grip feels good. Friday night gas station fighting grip if you're lefty, that feels nice. The Pacol grip also feels good. All the grips are gonna feel really good with this guy. So, I mean, if you're familiar with the Kershaw Launch series, I mean, all of their, I mean, crazy to believe that this is model 20, right? Because they have basically, yeah, 1 through 20, and you know, they're all bangers, right? Every single one of their automatic knives is oh so good. Now, in case, you know, you got this knife and you forgot what type of deployment method it was, they put auto on the blade. So, you know, maybe you forget one day, gee, I wonder how this thing deploys. So let me just deploy it and then read the blade. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's an automatic knife. Oh, now I know. Just in case I had any lingering doubts. Anyways, a little bit of billboarding there, especially on the opposite side. We have the whole American flag, good old US of A, 7050 is their Kai model, right? All their knives have a specific model number, right? We got the whole newspaper billboarding going on there. So maybe they could have gone a little bit, you know, lighter there, but you know, it makes it tactical, if you know what I mean. At least they don't do as crazy as Microtech does, if you know what I mean. But yeah, ergos are good. Let's go ahead and get scientific with it. Let's see what this MagnaCut is able to do. Here we go. Regular textbook piece of paper. Bam, boom. Let's go. Oh yeah, definitely gonna be doing the works there, no doubt. And an average piece of cardboard, single wall, cutting at an angle here, flat grind, putting in some work. MagnaCut, everyone's favorite button steel these days. And by the way, you do have a lengthy edge there, so you can carry the cut all the way to the tippity tip right there, just like that. So you guys rate this thing in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. How sharp is it? How much of that factory edge has it retained? All right, guys, let me know. Of course, we're gonna go ahead and check it out here next to its American counterparts here, from starting with Microtech. There is the MSI. Here is the Stitch. The Stitch also has an automatic version, by the way, but you can see it's definitely in the medium category, medium-ish, almost borderline large, but definitely quite smaller than these two. Here's the PM2. Obviously, it's gonna be larger. Is it pair of 3 size? Perhaps. A hair shorter than the pair of 3, to be honest. Check that out. And here's the Demco 80-20.5, which is actually very comparable there. And the Kumu Chad, which is going to be a much larger counterpart. So last but not least, for my Kershaw League fans out there, right, that's a 7-inch knife. This guy is going to be a little bit larger than that. As a matter of fact, let's get a scientific measurement here. Very close to 7 inches, might be just a hair, right, with a 3-inch blade. Or cutting path, 3-inch cutting path, or just, yeah, 3-inch cutting path, 3-inch blade, and a little bit of a longer handle here. We have about almost 4 1/4, so like 4.2 inches on the handle. So yeah, just a hair larger than the Leak there. Absolutely. By the way, the Leak is one of my first EDC knives that actually started my whole EDC journey. So definitely have my love for this thing. But there you guys have it. A quick overview on the Launch 20 from Kershaw. Very, very interesting knife, made in the good old US of A. If you like out the side automatics, definitely one worth considering for EDC tasks, destroying cardboard, right, cutting like crazy with the MagnaCut steel. I mean, definitely going to be a great option right there. So I'll have this one linked down below, just like every other knife you saw in this video. If you guys want to check out prices, availability, and variants, then definitely check those links. Those do help out the channel at 0 extra cost to you, but of course completely up to you as well. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this one. What do you like about it? What do you love about it? Is there anything you dislike about it? Let me know. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.